Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, so I have a lot to do today. I have a lot to record. I haven't been recording. The ones y'all saw I already had edited, so I'm like, I got time to relax, but I don't know why my voice going out today. It's like, what is going on? If y'all hear noise, this is Roman behind me. We got the OG in the video. He's knocked out sleep though. But yeah, I'm all here today to talk about crime like I usually do. Yo, I talked to my sister last night. You'll be amazed. Just like the long conversations you can have with somebody when you're talking about crime. There's so much crime that's going on. It's literally like, this is like 2024. Well, you know, 2021 through 2023, we had the COVID era, the pandemic era. People were like dying like left and right from COVID. And 2024, I feel like we need to call this the purge era, because there's like so much, like so many horrific crimes going on. You have exes killing exes, you have family murder, you have people killing kids, people killing their own kids. It's like nonstop. You have sexual assaults, rape. Y'all, it's literally nonstop going like this year. There's like something in the water or something airborne that's making everybody go crazy because there's so much crime. And I wonder like what's going on. What we're talking about today is really dark, and this is about kids and starvation, and those topics are always the hardest to talk about because you'd be like, how can somebody actually do this to their child? This is about a father who starts his 6-year-old son, locked him in the closet, didn't feed him, and I got a feeling the whole family has something to do with this. I'm talking 16 hours a day just because he stole food. Y'all, you think like evil really does exist, and there are really some crazy people. Now, by the photo on the screen, it looks like there's more than one person involved, not the dad. I think it's the dad, mom, and sister. Why would anybody do that to a child? I just don't understand. If she's the child, I always got to get my assumptions before, okay? Because you just never know when they say father. So I'm like, there's 3 mug shots in this picture, and it looked like it's the whole family. So before, you know what, rather than giving my assumptions, we're just gonna read it. We're gonna understand what's going on, okay? And y'all, sorry for my voice, it really is going out for some reason. Okay, father starved 6-year-old son in tiny closet for 16 hours a day for stealing food. The boy weighed just 18 pounds when he died. That is absolutely insane. So Anthony Martinez, who was in the middle of the father, was convicted on May 23rd, 2024 this year on first-degree murder in the March of, so the boy died in 2020, the death of his son in Arizona. So the boy's mother, I thought that was the sister on the left, was convicted, while his grandmother as well, Ann Wright, was also, she's waiting a trial. So we have the boy's mother, who's Elizabeth, and the grandmother, who's named Ann, the dad named Anthony. Okay, so they charged everybody, most likely because no matter the situation, it's a child, and they get, you know, these are adults, so they look at it that way. More to the story, definitely, you know, when it's a male, the man, I feel like he had the most, and it's all assumptions, but he had the most to play in the part. If a man is able to do this, you always got to think to yourself, and I say this every time, this is just the way I think, y'all. I'd be like, if a man is able to do this to a child and if they let him do it, that means he has the strongest upper hand in his family. He's the man of the house, and most likely people, like, you're going to be afraid of this man. You're going to be like fearing for everybody. You just never know. Okay, let's get to reading. Let's start reading this. So an Arizona jury on Thursday convicted a father who starved his 6-year-old son to death and forced the boy and his older brother to sit in a tiny closet for 16 hours a day for more than a month as a punishment for stealing food as his parents slept. Yo, food. What is that? That's and you know, that's what they say. That's what these people say they did it for, or most likely. But I feel like it's just some sadistic people. I feel like he did it just because he wanted to, just because he is evil and he did. That's not a punishment. That's not a punishment. That is just, that's just cruel. A punishment is grounding them, but why would you ground anybody for stealing food? That's not a legitimate reason for, like, the reason he did that. And it's just crazy that they make themselves believe that that was the punishment. Just, he looks sadistic. This picture says it all. The mugshot, y'all. So the boy, Deshaun Martinez, that's the one who died, weighed 18 pounds when he died. That is so heartbreaking. In March 2020 in Flagstaff, roughly 2 hours north of Phoenix. His father, 28-year-old Anthony Jose Martinez, was convicted as first degree murder, child abuse, and kidnapping, resulting in death among other charges. According to the Arizona Daily Sun, prosecutors said during the closing arguments that, okay, I can't say his name, knew his children were in bad shape but did nothing about it. Prosecutors showed pictures of Martinez buying groceries, proving there was an adequate amount of food in the home. They also reportedly pointed out that the two youngest children in the home, then ages 2 and 4, weighed 24 and 38 pounds, and they were treated like normal kids. Martinez's wife and the mother of the children, Elizabeth Archibek, last year pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and kidnapping. A judge sentenced her to life in prison without parole. The defense closing argument painted Archibek as manipulating her husband into thinking everything was okay and that he was just following her directions. I don't know about that. They most likely did that, I think, as a defense. Because let me go back up there. Look at this. Looking at her, I don't think she has, like, well, you know what? It'd be women who are sadistic and you never know. But looking at her and looking at him, I would not say that she manipulated him. That's just by pictures. Who knows? The woman could have been truly evil. I don't know. But, like, I feel like it's really rare when you see that type of dynamic. I don't know. They gave her life, and her defense was their defense that she manipulated him. That's just weird. I'm like, it don't look like she would, but like I said, who knows? The man could have been weak, and the woman could have been the main one. But no matter what, this is all about the child. Okay, I don't care who did what. I try not to with abuse stuff, like abuse and domestic violence. Who knows if that was even involved? I don't know. I'm just assuming. I always assume. It's a habit when it's only so much information. I'm like, okay, if she allowed this, if the big word if assumptions, if she allowed this, that mean they're both at fault, or she was afraid of him. Second one, she most likely didn't care and just let him do what he wanted. Third, they both was in it together. And like the first one was that he like she was scared of him and that he did it. I don't know, that's weird. That's just crazy. But yeah, definitely deserved, and I hope he got it too. In March 2020, Deshaun's tiny, lifeless body was discovered at the Martinez residence. An autopsy by Coquina County medical examiner revealed that the boy died of starvation, Phoenix-based reports. The autopsy showed the boy had a skeletal appearance, oh my God, because he had almost no fat on his body. A typical healthy weight for a 6-year-old child in the U.S. would be markedly higher than 18 pounds. Deshaun's body was also covered in cuts and scrapes. His grandmother, Anne Marie Martinez, 54, is also facing charges of child abuse and murder and is slated to go to trial. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, y'all, this is like, look, with these cases, you gotta start thinking. You can't just I put domestic violence in a lot of these cases because I'll be like, how is it possible that a mother would allow this to happen? And that's why I always I have to assume, because there's only so much information that I get. But like when a man, because the titles they look like both the women most likely said the man did it. That's why it's only the man, but they're all being charged for like abuse. Why did he have cuts and scrapes on him? Why is he like a skeletal? Y'all really starved them, all three of y'all, and that's why they're getting charged. You gotta understand, this is why they're getting charged. It's 3 adults in the house gladly eating, and they look like they were healthy, very healthy. Grandma, I'm like, y'all look like y'all was really healthy, but y'all starving this little boy. You got 2 other kids that's healthy, y'all feeding him, and they starved this boy, locked him in the closet. First of all, you gotta think about what that does mentally. When I took my child advocacy class, y'all, that really woke me up. I took parenting, I'm like all the abuse classes. I learned about this with the children. When you keep, and I also took my sociology case study class, which was really eye-opening. You have to think about it. You're locking this boy in a closet, no light, no interactions. That's mentally like gonna mess him up. I can't even imagine not seeing sunlight that so long. You know, some people, and let's say like people in other countries who don't get no sunlight, they have a lamp. He's in the dark. They purposely starved this boy. And that's why I try to see 2 things, and there's no such thing as 2 things in these cases, but I try to put it in my head like, okay, why would the mother allow this? But if she had to play a part in this, obviously, I feel like there's no reason that nobody should have fed this boy. Why was he locked in the closet? Why was he in a skeletal state? That is absolutely insane for a 6-year-old boy. Who can, and like, what kind of parent actually starved their kid? This is all y'all family. That's the thing about this case. And I'm not saying that that doesn't matter if you're like in the family. I'm just saying this is your family. This is blood. This is like this. Y'all two birthed this baby. This is your grandchild. Nobody's feeding this child, and that's why they all 100% charged rightfully, and the grandmother going to trial too. Like, you're the one who's supposed to feed these kids. Everybody love their grandmothers. That's just crazy. I think when it gets to that point of skeletal states, that's absolutely scary and horrifying to know how long. And it was only a month. Little kids' bodies break down faster. And people don't understand. They be thinking it's a real punishment. That's not a punishment. That's torture. So, at first, the boy's parents allegedly told the police that his extremely low weight was due to the result of a chronic medical condition and because he had ingested caffeine and weight loss pills. Okay, and then you need to tell yourself why did he get weight loss pills? That's not true. We all know that story is not true. But it's like, why would he even have caffeine? Why would he even have that? You know, it's so disgusting when parents like this. Take everything I said back. You know what? Take everything I said back. Okay, psychopaths. I call everybody a psychopath because if you're able to do this, you're a psychopath. Like, this is your child, and then it's like you kill him, and then you know you're starving him, and you know he's getting skinny. You know they're gonna ask questions. You know people are gonna be curious, like what happened to this little boy, and they come up with stories. That's the thing. They come up with these ridiculous stories to make them not like go to jail, and it don't make no sense. It's so heartbreaking that your family can do this to you and legit would just lie on you. Why would he steal weight loss pill? Why? Why would he steal weight loss pills? Why would he have caffeine at 6? And that's once again, that's your fault. If that's true, that's your fault. We know it's not true, though. The Associated Press reported. Over time, however, investigators were able to suss out an extreme regime, a punishment that has been forced in the Martinez home. The boy's parents later admitted they kept the dead child, as well as his older brother, locked up in a closet for 16 hours a day. And that's the problem, because there's more than one child with this as well. That's insane. And gave them very little food, the police said. That method of discipline had been occurring for about a month. The parents allegedly admitted to police it was meted out to punish the boys for sneaking out of their beds at night and eating food. Maybe because you're not feeding them enough. Yo, these kid cases really make my head hurt. They really make my head hurt. What kind of punishment is that? Your child is hungry. Feed your child. Like I said, they're eating these big old meals, I'm pretty sure, and they're not feeding their kids. And then had the nerve to say that's a punishment. That's not a punishment. Your child is hungry, and that's a problem. The then 7-year-old boy was also found to be malnourished and was admitted to the medical center. Doctors were able to get his weight back up after a weeks-long hospital stay. That boy, along with his younger siblings, are now in the custody of the child safety. Thank you. You get them out their home. Martinez and the grandmother were originally slated to be tried together in August of 2022. Before that, the original prosecutor in the cases had to bow out after being appointed a judge. Later, a separate child for the boy's grandmother, who was also facing a kidnapping charge, suffered a setback when she was subjected to a last-minute mental competency evaluation. The judge cited Archibald before sentencing her to life in prison. He called the torture of her son heinous, cruel, and depraved behavior, which it is. Police described the horrific nature of the boy's condition, and I quote, "I have never seen something so horrific in all my life," Flagstaff police detective testified during the sentencing hearing. He was just bones. His face was completely sunken in. It was just like a skeleton. That's actually a horrifying sentence to say. He was just bones. And for a 6-year-old boy, do y'all know how, my eyes keep watering, do y'all know how tiny little 6-year-olds are? Like, and for them to just be bones, I'm happy. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I saw that picture. That's so heartbreaking that he died, and the other one was just about the same, and they was able to help him. He was able to recover. Oh my God! So with this one, they didn't say. They're not saying. I don't know. That's just what they have so far. But we have more. We have the mother being charged, the dad being charged, and the grandmother. I wonder why though. Why are they being charged with kidnapping? I wonder why. Because that's their kid. They was all in the household. I wonder why they being charged kidnapping though. I wonder if it's not letting them not letting the kid out. Would that be considered the reason why they'll be charged kidnapping? I don't know about that one. Or because it looked like the mother and the dad, they were living together. The grandmother, they're all in this household. Everybody in the household. Why would they be charged kidnapping? I don't mind it. Charge them with everything you got. But I wonder why they're being charged kidnapping. That's weird. I don't know. I just don't know. Why would that be considered kidnapping? Like I said, is it because it's like you're depraving him from like outside and like you're keeping him in? Like that is considered kinda. I wonder if that's the reason. If you know, let me know in the comments. But y'all, this is so heartbreaking. Yes, they're all three adults should be sentenced. That's not a punishment. What kind of punishment is that? Like, no, you don't starve kids, okay? You don't, especially little kids. They need food. They need like the strong bones. And this little boy was just bones. They said face sunken in. I've seen what that looked like. It's very horrifying to look at. It's very sad. It's tragic. And I say horrifying like that because it's like to imagine what that child went through. Can you imagine not eating for like a month as a kid? Like, you lose weight so fast. There's nothing. He had no fat on his bones. Nothing. And the fact that they said that's a punishment says a lot. Well, I'm pretty sure, once again, they're walking by this door. They're walking by the closet door every day, eating food, getting snacks, getting drinks every day, and that little boy is stuck in there. That is so sad. Did not deserve that. Yeah, I'm happy they got the kids. I wish that my questions come in like, did he go to school? Did the school not like, now, if he went to school, 6 years old, don't they go like kindergarten or something? Pre-K, I believe. At 6, you are going to school. Like kindergarten, I think, you're going to school. If he was in school, did they not report not seeing him? That's when they send child welfare to go check up on them. Did they get a call or anything? I don't know. The parents, I just can't believe they could do that to your kids. Their grandmother, like I said, your nanas, your grandmothers, they're supposed to be the ones you can always confide. You gotta have somebody you can confide into. There's somebody else in your family. When something go wrong, there's always somebody you can go to or supposed to. This little boy had nobody. These are all these people did him wrong. Anybody could have gave him food, snuck him food, anything. And that says a lot about human nature. They're just evil people. People don't need kids. And I don't know what's this wave of parents killing their kids and then looking stupid and have the nerve to try to make up a story about him. And then, like I said, why would he take weight loss pill? Why would he be drinking caffeine? That's another thing. If that was true, we know it's not. We know it's not. That's once again neglect. There's so many. They should have been charged with like so much more. After my learning about the child advocacy, they should have been charged with so much more. But I'm curious about the kidnapping charge. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always try to get my opinion on these things, y'all, to raise more awareness about that people need to be careful and they need to be really like, you take care of your kids. Don't do this. Don't starve your child. Don't beat your child. Don't do nothing. Take care of your child. Raise your child. Nourish your child. This is a precious little thing. Take care of him and her. It's heartbreaking to know that little boy had starved to death. Literally starved to death. That's absolutely insane for a little kid to go through. I don't even want to imagine it. It's so sad. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at @TatianaGreen. Turn on those notifications. I have not said this in a while. This whole little sequence, y'all. Trying to get back to it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Be safe out there. Take care of your kids. Bye.